Today we're going to make some hash browns. This is a great recipe. It's simple, it's fast, and with Mrs. Wonderful salt, it's going to taste delicious. Because after all, if you're going to make something, make it something wonderful. Now I have my two blends here. I have the Mrs. Wonderful Tuscan blend and the Provence blend. They're both delicious. They'll both work equally great. Mrs. Wonderful Salt works great with potatoes or any other vegetable or anything. And so what I have here is I've got some potatoes. I took 2 medium potatoes. I've soaked them and in some water and some lemon juice, and I've dried them. They're all ready to go. I've got some onion. I have butter, peanut oil. We're going to use that for frying, and Mrs. Wonderful salt. So we're going to shred our potatoes. And you're also going to want to shred the onion too. So just shred the potatoes and the onions all together. And the great thing about hash browns is that not only are they delicious for breakfast, they're also great with any kind of meat that you make, steak, or you can also make them into appetizers, make smaller little hash browns, and you can then top them with fresh tomato or eggplant or anything really, mushrooms. Okay, there are my potatoes, and now I'm just shredding up that onion. Go in there. Okay, so now what you want to do is you really need to dry your potatoes. So I usually take a clean towel and I just kind of put my potatoes in there. And then I'm going to squeeze it out over the sink and get all the excess moisture out of those potatoes. Because you want them nice and dry, because they're going to fry up much better if your potatoes are dry. Okay, that was easy. Let me move this over here. Okay. Now, just put your potatoes into your bowl. Kind of scrape it off the towel. There you've got your potato and onion mixture, all ready for some Mrs. Wonderful salt. Okay, I'm going to put a scant 1/4 teaspoon of Mrs. Wonderful salt in there. You don't need much. Mrs. Wonderful salt goes a long way. I'm going to mix that in there. Add a little fresh pepper. Mix that around, and here we're ready to fry them now. Ready to throw them in the frying pan. So, all right, I've got my skillet heating up here. I have a cast iron skillet here, but you can use any kind of a Teflon skillet. Or what's nice is the concave sides there, because then we're going to slide that hash brown off of there. So I'm going to put about, probably 1/2 tablespoon of peanut oil. The pan's pretty hot, so that got heated up right away. About 1/2 tablespoon of butter. These are going to be delicious. Let that butter melt. Nice hot oil and butter for that potato pancake for frying. Take your potato, onion, Mrs. Wonderful salt and pepper mixture. Just give that a minute to get nice and hot. That is going to be really good. Okay, and then just put your potatoes in there. Okay. You're going to just press it down. You don't want it to be too thick. You want it to be pretty thin. You might see little spots there where you kind of see the pan underneath. That's fine. Don't even worry about it. Just press it down in your pan. And we're going to give that 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to put my timer on for 4 minutes, but I'm going to check it in 3. Because depending on how hot your pan is, that's going to brown pretty quickly there. So we'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we're back, and it's been about 3.5 minutes. I'm going to loosen up the sides. you can kind of smell when it's ready, so you'll just be able to tell. And then what you want to do is slide it off onto a plate. There we go, perfect. And then you're going to put a little more oil and butter. So a little peanut oil, again, about half of a tablespoon, and about half a tablespoon of butter. Your nice hot pan. This will be fast now because that pan is hot. And then take a plate, flip it over, and you're going to lie it right down onto there to cook the other side. I'm going to put my timer on for 3 minutes, and it'll be done then. We'll see you then. It's been about 2.5 minutes, and now on this side, see, it's perfect. We're going to just loosen it up a little bit, and it's going to slide right off onto the plate. There we go. Just a little bit, center it. And there is our fabulous hash brown. Enjoy!